everyone, welcome back to Live in Peace Lee. Today we're going to be talking about positive thoughts. 5 things that you can do in your life to implement more positive thoughts and to release a lot of the negative thoughts, especially with the way that the world is today. The way the world has been forever almost, there's always been something that has been triggering a lot of negative thoughts within us. It's not only physical illness that we have to worry about, but it's more so about mental illness. So today I'm gonna promote 5 things that we can do in our lifestyles. Me as well, I like to follow my advice most of the time. But these are 5 things that we can do to implement more positivity in our lives. The first thing that I want to talk about is being your own friend. Now, that is very important in a case where we do have friends in our life, but we must have a friend within ourselves. Sometimes it's good to talk about things within yourself, not sitting in your car talking to yourself and people looking at you like you're a nut job, but like maybe writing to yourself, holding on to a diary or journal, or like, taking care of yourself, being kind to yourself. Most of us, believe it or not, we're trying to implement and become somebody that we're not. We're so encased in social media with trying to be somebody else, trying to be like a celebrity, trying to be like, someone that we're not, that we forget that we can always be ourselves. And once we are ourselves and we implement, positivity with self-love and, taking care of ourselves, we'll be able to be a friend in us. And once we're a friend in us, we won't let others treat us any kind of way. Once you love yourself, once you care for yourself, once you know your worth and you add tax to that, anyone who tries to come to you and tries to disrespect you or tries to treat you less than who you are, you'll know to remove that person and remove that negative energy from your life. The second thing I want to talk about is do more of what makes you happy, like either a hobby or spending time with family, friends, your significant other, setting goals for yourself. Do more of what makes you happy. Find a hobby. A lot of people, maybe their hobby is, knitting clothes or doing fashion or doing makeup or exercising, or there's a variety of different things, maybe writing or painting, maybe something in the art realm that is passionate to you. So find time to do what makes you happy. It may be hard. Maybe you're raising a family. Maybe you're in school. Maybe you have other responsibilities, but do more of what makes you happy. Find 30 minutes within that day. Find 5 minutes within that day to sit down and maybe write a poem or do your makeup or look up into fashion or do something or cook. Because I love cooking sometimes, not all the time, but I do love cooking. Cooking is an art to me. So if I find time to do more of what I love, the more that makes me happy, it triggers something in your mind to produce more positivity and release that negative energy away from you. The next thing that I did mention in the other positive motive was setting goals. Setting goals is something to look forward to. A lot of things that us as humans we miss in our lives is hope. And although that setting goals, you may not see it as putting hope together with it, but it actually is, because when you think about it, you set a goal. By the end of this month, I'm going to do this, that, the third. You understand? Let me do something. Let me say something more concrete for you. Okay, by the end of the year, I'm going to be doing 5 hiking trips. That's something to look forward to. You have hope that by the end of the year, I'm going to do 5 hiking trips. Something that you can set up for yourself. Either is a fitness goal or I'm going to do this 1 month of vegan clean eating. Like whatever you want to do for your life, set a mini goal. And when you reach that goal, as long as you're consistent and persistent with it, because every little day and every little moment counts towards that, think of it as change that you're adding to a piggy bank. It may not seem as much as you're adding to the piggy bank, but at the end of it, it is something that you can really sit back and be like, wow, I really did that to myself. I can speak from personal experience. When I had fitness goals of things like pounds I wanted to lose or, ways that I wanted to look or, things that I wanted to do for myself, when I sat there and was like, I'm going to teach myself how to do this, or I'm going to be consistent with running 2 miles every day, or, jump roping, or learning to do things that, are unfamiliar to me. But once I kept being consistent with it, I got myself to a place where I was like, wow, Doreen, like, you really did that. You really did that for yourself. Like, good job. I pat myself on the back, give myself a little adult sticker, a cookie, and I go about my business. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is prayer, meditation, yoga, working out, exercise. Physically move yourself. Get up and get out. Whether you're walking, skipping, running, meditating, doing yoga, kickboxing, whatever you can do to get your body up and going. I myself find exercise as an amazing stress reliever for me, especially kickboxing. If you have like some anger issues, some anger management, kickboxing could be for you. It's really great. I love personally running, because running, I feel like I'm running towards something. I get into the zone. I think about, my life and the things I want to accomplish, things I haven't accomplished, things I've regretted. I just think about my life in just general when I'm running. And it's just like, once I get into that zone, because they call it a runner's high, like it's after you begin running. Once you begin running, you sort of don't feel like running. Your legs are like, now, why are we doing this? But once you continue, once you keep going into it, you feel that you're in that zone where it's like, I can almost do anything. You almost feel like you're Superman, Superwoman in a sense. So I really love exercising. I do yoga sometimes. I'm trying to get a little bit more into it, trying to increase my flexibility, because yoga, I took a yoga class a few years ago, and I found that it has really like de-stresses your mind and allows you to relax and allows you to sit and just think. Sometimes we're just on go, 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 fast forward mode. We want to be so fast in life when there's so much important in just sitting and smelling the flowers, just sitting and thinking about your life, thinking God, thinking the universe, whatever you're into, just being thankful for the fact that you are here and be able to experience this life. You are the sperm that won. That's why we're here, and that's why we're talking about this. So let's make the best out of life. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, which I did just touch on, is being thankful to God, to the universe, whatever you may be into. Be thankful to your mom for bringing you here at this moment, because there's nothing more than being thankful. Because although we may sit and think about the negativities that may be in our lives, like, oh damn, I need to pay my bills this month, or oh, like, there's a lot of different things that we may be stressed out about, whether it's like just a breakup or, money issues, a lot of different things that can stress us out. But as long as we're able to sit down and be sincerely thankful for the fact that we're up, we were able to open our eyes this morning, we can hear the birds chirping, whether you live in New York City and you just hear cars honking, but we're able to hear, we're able to see, we're able to experience life, to see the creation that God has made for us. So as long as we keep that in mind, and we're able to generate a sense of hope and faith in continuing on our journey that's known as life, because life is way, way too short to be negative, to be toxic. It's way too short for that. Nothing is promised to us. Today isn't promised. Tomorrow isn't promised. Next week isn't promised. Sometimes we live our life saying like, oh, we'll just do it next week. We'll just do it next month. Oh, next year. Sometimes when the opportunity is up to you and it's right into your face, you gotta just take it. You gotta just take it. Like Drake said, life is like chance is like a pitcher. It'll be nice if you just take it, in one of his songs. So it's just like that line resonated with me, because that is so true. If I see an opportunity to do anything, as long as I have the means financially, physically, mentally, emotionally to do it, I am going to do it. And there's a lot of things that I too am working on as far as like consistently being positive. I personally think I am doing a good job at that, but I could always do better. I can always do more for myself, because there are days when I just wake up in a bad mood and I don't want to deal with anybody. I don't want to deal with anything, but I just bow my head and I pray And I thank God for being there and just continuing to be with me and helping to clear my mind and to clear my heart so I can continue to start a new day. Because once you let those negative traits, those negative thoughts foster into your mind and go into your brain and just sit there, they'll multiply. They'll multiply. You know how people talk about demons living within them? Maybe not literal demons, but mental negative demons living in their minds. They invite other demons. And now you're just sitting there with a bunch of demons in your mind. And unfortunately, sometimes they can take over and relay into depression and relay into other negative things that can take over your life. And why would you want that to happen? So try to implement other positive things, even if you don't want to, because there's days where I don't want to work out. I don't want to run, but I push myself and I feel so good. Like something about just sweating and being outside or sitting in they don't have the sauna no more at the gym, but when I used to sit in the sauna, just like sweating out those toxins, it just feels so good and exhilarating. So I just want to leave you all with that today. I hope to see you soon. And remember to always live in peace.